Scotland is full of rocks. Some are piled high and some are just lying around. Many of these rocks have stories rooted deep in Scotland's past. There are even competitions in which stones are lifted to show off strength and are the same rocks they've used for generations. On the moors behind Craigmadie Castle in the north of Scotland, there's an archway known as the Old Wife's Lift. Some time ago, three sisters, known well as witches, had challenged each other to a trial of strength. The first sister lifted a huge boulder up onto her shoulder, stepped out onto the moor and dropped it with a huff into a shallow hole. The second hauled a larger rock in her arms with a grunt and a groan, and next to her sister's where it stood proudly mocking her sister's stone. The third, who was the eldest, sneered and laughed at the sister's pathetic efforts. She found the largest boulder she could find, lifted it up above her head, and ran back to the other rocks and lowered it with no effort on top of the other two. No one was left in doubt who had won this competition. Two sisters conceded that their older sister had won, and then they lay a spell on the arch that they'd made. And on your first visit, you'd better crawl through it if you want to have children. Visitors there describe an eerie cold even on summer days. Halloween and dark moons bring a smell of blood in the air, and the eyes that you feel upon you are not friendly ones. There are very old stones, and people have marked and written dates of their visits. 9 faces and other markings have been found engraved. I guess it's best that you don't walk these moors alone.